Hey friends, what is good? Today I'm having a look at clash detection with IFClite. Let's have a look and provide some feedback to Louis and see also what this tool can do. Good, I loaded this sample model right here. Now I'm going to go here to clash detection. And we can see here, before running anything, we can do something. Detect all clashes, run discipline matrix. And you can choose hard clashes or clearance, like what is the gap between the two objects. Then we also have something else. We can close this, but we also have some settings, clash settings, right? And here is what we have. We have detection. How do we want, like if you have a specific kind of check that you are do most of the time, then you can choose here. The tolerance that you want to check, here is 10 centimeters. It's too much. Let's put 1 centimeter, let's say for now. Clearance gap, default, and so on. Cluster radius, how far apart clashes can be and still merge into one BCF topic. Report grazing contacts, including touch classifying research surfaces and so on. And how do you want to group them? By severity, by rule, by tap pair. You can choose this afterwards, but this is the default, right? And if you want to change this, if you want to reset, we can press here, and you see that by default it is very, very small. I would like to have at least this. And yeah, that's where you do it. Now, let's see what happens. If I press on run discipline, it's not going to happen because we don't have any discipline. Let's see here the rules. I disabled everything. You can enable, you can add rules, you can export, you can import. And if you have something like MEP versus structure, and you can also check here what is checking here, okay? And how you want it to be here. And of course we can add more rules, okay? This is where we add the rules. But from the beginning, I don't want to check anything. Like the first thing that I would like to do here, it would be to see, and again, this is something that I think it should be by default. So that would be the first feedback. Having something like check clashes in existing model. That would be the first thing I would do because I think that's important as well. And when it comes to this, I have some feedback. Okay, that's what I'm going to focus on today. Not clashes between disciplines. I'm going to do that in a future one. But I think what is visible here, it's extremely important, and I think it can be applied for the other stuff as well, because there are some things that I think they are not yet in place. So let's go and press on detect all clashes, right? Here you can choose the clearance like I mentioned. The thing is that I didn't really see, let's put half a meter here and see if this changes. This doesn't really change. I cannot rerun. I'm not sure if what's the thing here. So, okay. Wait, it was just a, okay, it works. It works. It was just a delay. Sorry. It's thinking. It's locked right now. I can't do anything. It's checking because there are some thousands of things, okay? So there is a difference, right? I said that, let's see if, yeah, it works. 383. Let's put 1, which is 1 meter. Checking 1024 from almost 7,000 pairs. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's supposed to work like this, but clash detection usually it's something quite resource intensive and it takes time. But we still got 372 things, right? So I think there are some mistakes here. We see here it was applied only, no, here we get, what is it? And I think this is wrong, to be honest, but yeah, let's see. So let's go first by this. I like this. This is by severity, the ones that, but I'm not sure if they are, how this severity is established. I'm not sure, because if you look at the distance, like how much severity I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not sure how that is, not by the the deviation. Let's say that it's 1 meter that it overlaps. I'm not sure how that works, but if I click here, we get something that I cannot understand. So that's the first thing when it comes to user interface and how it works. We see also things with 0, they shouldn't be here. This shouldn't be a clash. But yeah, so it's a bit difficult to navigate through these things. So I get here, IFC slab and a member. So the first thing that I spotted is that I just cannot visually check if this is a problem or not. That's one thing. That's one thing that I would like addressed. There are a few things that I know from other tools that do. The first thing is to make all the other objects transparent and also have the option to isolate them. I also want an option to isolate only the objects that are clashing. That would be the first thing, but I would like also to have the option to see them in the context with all the other objects isolated. Transparent, okay? Then the other thing that I want is to be able to separately click on each of these objects so that I can see exactly what is going on. And the description, like I'm going to I'm going to create some issues on GitHub with this feedback, and I'm going to try to provide some feedback, like some examples from other tools and how they do that. But again, this is definitely not enough. Like I cannot say why there is a clash and if it's correct or not. There is a member. I'm guessing there are these kind of things around here. And yeah, in this case, maybe it's clearer. But again, like the stuff that I mentioned, I think it's extremely important so that it can be useful. To isolate, to be able to switch between the different objects, to do this kind of things. And also the transparency. That would be cool. But again, like I see this here, but I don't know, maybe when I click, I want to be able to, maybe this could expand and have the IFC, the specific IFC slab and the member, so we can click between them. That could be an option. It doesn't have to be necessarily that way. And again, like it's very difficult for me to even go and evaluate if this is correct, if anything here is correct or not. So that would be the first thing, like the user interface, the functionality, so that I can assess that. Because I feel that I struggle to have enough. Oh, okay, we have something called highlight here. So let's see what's happening. Highlight, it's highlighting everything. Clear. No, so I don't think this works properly. Yeah, maybe that's the idea, that highlight button. But highlighting should highlight, yeah. Maybe that's where you can put it and have the stuff. We can also download the BCF. But why download? Maybe I want to create it. Ah, okay, you create it here. Yeah, I don't know. Again, like first, it has to make sense before I can go deeper. But that's kind of that's what I would. I think it's the most important here to be able to go through these issues so that we can evaluate if that's indeed true, and also get a bit more description, like what is this? Is this an overlap? Show also like in the view space, like when we get isolated the two objects, we should see 3 colors, I think. At least 2. Each object should get a different color, and also the overlap maybe should get a different color, so that we see exactly where they overlap, right? Yeah, just some early ideas, because again, like that's my main struggle right now. I'm not going to go now deeper with checking 2 disciplines. I'm going to make a separate video about that. So I'll keep this right here, because most of the time I want to check this stuff. I want to see if I don't have any beams, misplaced beams and stuff like that, right? Yeah, or also like another thing that I would like to be able to check. I don't know if that should be a separate thing, but check for duplicates. But I think it should be in clash detection, yeah. We should see if we have overlapping objects, right? That's another thing or another rule. But yeah, like I think it's amazing that we already have so many features. With this getting a bit better is going to be amazing. And also here, yeah. And then we can talk about more, but that's my main problem right now. I don't know if maybe when checking different disciplines or clash between different disciplines is different. I'm going to look into that. But I think this should also be polished and work properly, because many people are going to check just one existing model. Maybe sometimes you are going to have models including multiple disciplines, which is not good, of course, but still in a structural model I want to check for duplicates. Like that's the only thing that you want to see. And also if you don't have any other objects, structural elements going into each other. The same in architecture, right? I think it's at least I keep repeating that, but I think I find it very difficult to move on beyond this before I get that stuff. And also like understand like why do we get reported this stuff when we have a clearance or a hard like a minimum limit set to 1 meter. So yeah, not sure what's going on, to be honest. So Louis, if you can come back with some feedback about this, and if you can do this some progress with this, I would love to keep doing a new video and yeah, get this tool really useful, because I think it's extremely important and it's going to be really important for everyone using this tool. Guys, if you have any other recommendations, feel free to fill in. You just go here, go to report issues and create, like if you have a screenshot from Solibri, BIM Vision, Simple BIM, BIM Collab Zoom that you would like how the clashes should be treated, feel free to do that. That would be extremely helpful. Share some screenshots, explain some things about how would you like it to work and so on. That's how this tool becomes better. But yeah, this is my first initial check on this. I'm really looking forward to getting the feedback from Louis and see where we can get this to. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you up in the next one.